How much more upside can we get from the home builders? Here's a group that's been on fire ever since the Fed gave us 3 successive rate cuts last year. And that is just what the doctor ordered, despite what you periodically hear on the air. Low rates coupled with ultra-low unemployment, like we saw this very morning, is nirvana for housing. Look at Taylor Morrison Home, which has exposure to some of the strongest regions of the country. Talk about Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, North Carolina, and Texas. The company reported on Wednesday morning, delivering some fantastic numbers. The capital for the year, where net sale orders were up 25% year-over-year, above 10,000 for the first time ever. Then just yesterday, Taylor Morrison closed on its acquisition of William Lyon Homes, a deal that transformed the company to the 5th largest home builder in America. That's huge, although the stock seems to be taking a breather for the moment after an incredible run last month. So let's take a closer look with Sheryl Palmer. She really built this. As the chairman and CEO of Taylor Morrison Home, get a better read on the quarter and this transformational William Lyon deal. Ms. Palmer, welcome back to Mad Money.
Well, thank you. So good to be here.
Well, this is you're the 5th largest home builder in the country, and you're also really taking advantage of all the great areas in the country. How did you put this together?
You know, we've been working on this for a bit of time now, Jim, and when you think about the opportunities out there, and I think last time you and I talked, it was, you know, things are good. The consumer's feeling good. And when we think about growth and how important that is for the organization and having the depth and scale in each of our markets, William Lyon has been a natural partner. They've got a wonderful land, portfolio. Our overlap in markets is great. We've got planned more than $80 million in synergies. It gives us new markets in the Pacific Northwest, Nevada, gives us depth in many markets. And their people are tremendous, so we're very excited.
Well, you said something, it is a good time, and I think we're in one of these markets, I think it was the State of the Union this week, where there are people who don't want to say it's good because it's political, it's an election year.
Right.
But I'm glad you brought it up, because whether you hate them or like them, okay, President Trump, this is a great time to buy a home. Rates are incredible, and there's tremendous value. And there are a lot of good homes for sale that you're building.
Yeah, the inventory is tight, but there's a lot of good homes for sale. I agree, but it is a great time. I mean, I think I saw a stat just in the last couple of days, Jim, that with the rate difference that we've seen in the last 12 months, full point, right? That's opened up home ownership for probably more than 5 million families that can afford today's medium-priced home.
Well, that's why I was so glad I wanted you to talk about your barbell strategy. That's where I'm going. So it makes so much sense for someone in your position.
So we are big believers. I mean, we build for all consumer groups, but we absolutely have focused on that first time. And you and I have talked before, that first time has a number of different kind of subsets within itself. It's that most affordable product in different parts of the country. It could be attached product. It could be very simplified product, and all the way to what I would call that professional first-timer.
Right.
But then you look at the boomers, and you look at the wealth and their ability to move and the mover rates and following their grandchildren, their balance sheets. Our 55-plus lifestyle communities across the country are doing fabulous.
No, do you think that there is a correlation between buying a home and the stock market?
Yes, for some consumers.
For some consumers, but enough that it might, at the margin, impact your business.
Today, the consumer's feeling very well, very good about the stock market, their personal balance sheets. But if I think back over time, where the stock market's gone through some, turbulent times, I think that 55 buyer thinks a little harder. It depends on why they're moving. I would tell you that first time move-up buyer, it's more about the job. It's more about life stage.
Right. Well, let me ask something, because I know this is more ESG, so to speak, but you recently were recognized as a repeat member of Bloomberg's Gender Equality Index. Institution companies committed to transparency in gender reporting and advancing women's equality. This is not talked about nearly enough. These are things where there's a paragraph, and then you're supposed to go right back to the price of wood or how much windows cost. Tell me about this. And I read these articles. There's a very blunt article today about why aren't there more women CEOs? And we try to have every single one on, but there were so many more when we started the show 15 years ago. What is happening?
I think I saw a number this week that said something like 6%. Yeah. I'm very pleased about our organization and the way we've approached this. I'll be honest, Jim, we actually don't have quotas in the company.
Okay.
We don't even have any affinity programs. What we do have is a bias to putting the best person in every job. So when I look at our workforce today, it's about 50-50. when I look at management, it's, almost more than a third is female.
Well, why shouldn't it be? I mean, those of us who are married, my spouse is the one. I got to look at the most recent house that we bought. I was thrilled.
You did. That's
good. She let me look at it. She had made a decision, and then to check off the box, she had me see it. I didn't even know she had put in a bid. I think it's okay because I think those are set. I look at the stock market. I don't think I'm that unusual, though. Maybe
you're not,
right?
It's very interesting. You're not. I could go back 10, 15 years, and the female was kind of the veto vote.
Right.
Today, they are more and more the decision maker in that it's happy wife, happy life.
I agree. No, well, what can we do, or what can I do in journalism? I don't care to make it so that the numbers are different.
Well, I think it has to be a groundswell, and it's, I would. It might be a silly analogy, Jim, but I would put it very similar to vets. That's a wonderful workforce, right?
Yes.
And if we get vets in the organization, they want to work in a place where they feel like they're appreciated, they're understood. And for me, Jim, it's not just gender we should be talking about. It's true diversity. The benefit to our organization is that we have different people thinking about the same problems differently. It gets us to a better place, and that's what corporate America is missing today.
Well, I'm glad you're bringing it up, and I'm glad we get to talk about it because, look, I absolutely want to talk about the price of wood, but you know what? I'd rather talk about this. It's more important. Okay, so that's Sheryl Palmer, Chairman and CEO of Taylor Morrison Home. I've loved the home builders. We've had this call ever since Jay Powell stopped hurting the economy with those rate increases and went the other way. Mad Money's back after the break.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.